All right, Christina, we are here now on the stage of the Hackensack Performing Arts Center. Now, as you can see, we are in the middle of our Christmas production of a show called The Christmas Caper. This is Santa's workshop, so that's why we see it very Christmassy and festive. But this is just one of the many different things with a creative set designer and artists. They could put these different types of things here on this stage and really transform it. And you have videos on your website of this when it was just a black box theater with the black curtain, the white curtain. So there's all sorts of things you could do with this room. And that's hopefully one of the many things that we do here is, like I said, comedy nights, shows like you see here, but we're hoping to do some things together with That Day Company where we're going to be doing sort of an interview style show. This room sort of, and the stage lends itself to that, where we could have audience, we have people watching live, and we could do interviews with different people that you could help with their organization, their companies.
Yes, and also so that way, that's the main focus is mental health, bringing people into the theater, getting people to, be excited about leaving their house just in general. And then, the second part of this show and the idea of collaborating is to really showcase what you've helped me with, just being able to talk on stage. Like right now, normally I would be nervous because I can see the camera, but right now when I look into the camera, I honestly don't know what row it's in because the lights are on. We picked this setting to record our video to introduce you guys into our future, we don't even know what it's a podcast talk show in-person thing. We'll come up with a jargon for it, but the idea is to interview, educate, to get people interested in mental health and bring awareness, but also to get the acting part in, the classes, the impromptu. People start thinking of different ways to interact with one another.
And they could slowly integrate in a room like this where, yes, it's a theater setting, but it's not a massive theater setting, and it's just a slow build-up to where this gets so comfortable as you're comfortable right now, sitting on this stage, which for most people, this little situation right here would panic most people. But after working together and what we've done with the time we've done with your presentation, this is very easy for you. And that's hopefully what we'll be able to convey to other people. And hearing people's stories here when you interview them and talk with them, I think will also help tremendously.
Oh yes, and it'll be a testament to how far people have come, how far they hope to go. And then, the second half of the show really showcasing, we haven't really discussed what it's going to be, but we want to make sure that people are learning how to do things, how to, act or do in the last interview that we just did, we were talking about work presentations. How many times have you tried to have to give a presentation in class or in work or just in general, or you're at a party and somebody goes, "Oh, and my best friend," and it's going to say some words, and you're like, "Oh, I know all these people." So just the ability to be able to, I know that when I go to a networking event, if somebody calls on me, I now have that confidence, and you gave me that, and we want to make sure that that's portraying onto the audience. One of the main parts of starting this is to collaborate with mental health and community and theater, but also to get people outside of their houses, to get them, into an environment that doesn't cost money for them to come and do, which is so important. We want to get sponsorships and get people involved because things are expensive enough, honestly, and mental health is hard enough, and the resources, while we are becoming more aware of mental health, the resources are becoming more scarce now. So we want this to be a source of outlet and a place that you can come to and feel safe and have an open mic possibly. There's so many different possibilities. We are going to start slow, and I'm going to let you talk about how we're going to start up on your side and how we're going to start up on my side. So Greg, if you want to touch on that.
Sure. One of the things that we're going to be talking about is really in order to help the ease of this, we are going to do these during the week and during the day. There's not all that pressure at night and having a big sort of thing. It's be easier just during the day. And not only that, it's easier for the Hack Pack as well, because during the day is usually the quiet times, the events, the theater, the productions, the things, they're always in the evenings, or on the weekends we have matinees and stuff like that. So I think that'll help too, to relieve some of that pressure, you know. But what's also kind of fun is what we're even experiencing right now. There's gonna be a month where we're sitting in Santa's workshop. There might be a month where we're sitting in Dracula's castle. There might be a month where we're sitting in what looks like a living room. So, or it'll just be our regular black box theater. It'll be all sorts of different things that we're gonna see, which will make it fun and interesting. And I think that'll hopefully help people go, well, this is, something's different all the time here. So it'll be sort of helping each other with that. But I think that's gonna help logistically is to do this. It'll also help us to do it on a more regular basis. If we do it during the week, during the day here in this little venue, and it is a space that if it gets overwhelming for somebody, it's not that big of a deal if you just need to go out to the lobby or walk around a little bit. There's really no pressure at all, so it's very comforting. It's a very inviting environment that hopefully we've created here.
Yes, and I don't know if we've touched on it in this video, but we also have the art gallery downstairs, which will be where we will provide light refreshments or a brunch for the show, for anybody that does come out, because, we want to thank them and we want to let them know that we appreciate them taking the time to come out and support our show and supporting them indirectly. And also, like you said, this is upstairs, so that's downstairs, and then it has a beautiful outside area. There's lots of different things. There's even an elevator, there's a restroom on both floors. There's lots of things. We hope to create a workshop that, we'll possibly have beforehand, afterhand, different logistics, but to build off of this show. We're gonna start off slow. We're going to do interviews in the theater, different locations, depending on what area it calls for when we do interviews with local community and outreach, and we'll do them here. And then I will do my interviews that help with mental health and entrepreneurship. I'm about almost 2 hours away, closer to Philadelphia. We're in Hackensack, New Jersey, which is closer to New York City right now. So I'm going to work on the mental health side. So I'm going to interview people that I'm working with, that I'm partnering with to help bring awareness through the mattresses, the carpets, and all the carpets. I haven't even gotten to carpets, but apparently the carpets will probably be in our near future for some reason. But our coffee and our mattresses. So we're going to do them, and we're going to record them not live, unlike the show, which will be more of a live, hopefully in the fall. So this will be so that we can introduce how Greg is bringing in the community, how I'm bringing in the community, and how we're going to create one show that's actually going to bring all of the links together. Is there anything that you can think of that we missed outside of how to support this, initiative?
Well, I think one of the most important things is to interact with your website and your social media. The more people do that, the more people reach out, the easier it is for you to interact with the community and get people involved. The best way to get involved is to just visit your website, That Day Company, and of course all of your social media. The same thing with mine, hackpack.org, Theater Unlimited. If you interact with that and contact us, that's really the best way to start building this. Eventually having it be a community that it will just sort of feed upon itself, and more people will not only help them, but then they'll start helping each other, with their endeavors, which is what's great about your company, is that your whole goal is to help other companies network, which is a huge thing for so many organizations. It's a testimony to, again, what you were talking about before, of how far you've come in just 1 year, how different a year can be, and it's a testimony. I think when you're able to speak to that, I think whether no matter what you're dealing with, it's inspirational, because there is that part of all of us that go, oh my God. If you can do that, when watching to see how far you've come makes it feel easier for us to go on a journey as well and better ourselves, and no matter what the capacity is. So again, I think that's the best way to get started is to just interact with our websites and our social media.
Yes, and I'll be creating a landing page that will be launched, I'm hoping by January, that'll have, a form. We'll create some kind of form for suggestions, people that might want to interact or volunteer or get involved. We are going to start working on, the details of the actual show, the name, the date, all the different things, and start creating an actual budget. The goal is to make this as user-friendly as possible for all parties involved. We want this to be a free, interactive show. Obviously, everything goes with cost, so we will be looking for sponsorships, donations, and things like that. So please stay tuned and keep a lookout. We will, be posting videos as they come on the YouTube channel. I'll post them on mine and we'll share them. And I think, once we get closer and have more details, we'll know what platform we'll actually stream live on.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of logistics. You have to have a lot of following in different ones. So we want to make sure that we're actually on a platform that's going to reach as many people as possible. All right. I think that's, outside of this wonderful stage, I think that's my favorite part before we go. I think the fact that the stage is going to be constantly different, and then every once in a while it'll just be plain. And it won't feel plain because then we'll finally be able to wear whatever we want or
Right.
Like whatever we want, because I can't wear a red,
Christmas
Like
is right.
you blend Greg's over here. He's doing a great job of not blending, but you know what I mean. What if I wore a red dress? I would look silly. It's trying to be over here. So, all right, guys, we want to thank you so much, and we will keep you updated as things come along. Stay tuned, follow us. If you have any questions, please reach out to either one of us. The email and addresses will be in the show notes as well for this video. So thank you guys.
Thanks.